But ass.
Ruckus, no relation. I want to sing y'all a brand new song I just wrote called Don't Trust Them New Niggas Over There. Sing along if you know the words. Don't trust them new niggas over there, leaving they nigga essence in the air. On the trigger, don't trust them new niggas over there. Don't trust them big nostrils over yonder. They suck up so much air, it'll make you wonder. Don't trust them new niggas with their spotty little nigga figures. Don't trust them new niggas over there. Again!
What is good, Chad? How are we doing today? Welcome to another show. Hey, yo, Chad, we got a lot to talk about today. Shout out to y'all for being here. Today, we're going to talk about a very interesting news, okay? And if I say interesting, I mean, we kind of saw this coming. I told you so. For every single one of y'all motherfuckers that said, oh, Duke, come on. What are you talking about? The pill popper space. It's dead. I mean, look at it. It's all dead. No one is there. No one's coming. Okay, it is what it is. The Myron is going down. The platform's going down. Look at all these guys. No one's, you guys, it's over. We have to celebrate. And I told y'all, I said, we are celebrating way too early because what y'all don't understand is these pill poppers, it's not dead. Okay, they're just grifting into something else. That's just what it is. They're transitioning into a whole new thing. And what was that thing I said these pill poppers are going to transition to? What did I say? Oh, yeah, that's right. They were going to be conservatives, at least the alt-right version of it. Because, I mean, they deviate from standard conservatives, and you're going to see exactly what I mean in a second here. All right. But, yes, I did tell you the pill popping spaces ain't dead, baby. They just switched gears, and now they're rooting for conservatives. Now, at first, when we notified the grift, or we were notified of the grift, and we were talking about it, right, it seemed like everybody else was on this Trump wave, right? It was on this wave where, you know, Trump number one, numero uno, we're going to make it. You know, he's going to take us to the next level. He's the savior of America. Trump is the strong one. And that was back when Trump, you know, he was very energetic. I don't know what's going on now, but like back in the day, Trump had the gumpture, right? He was tit for tat with Biden, right? He was tit for tat with Clinton. 2016, he was the man. He was the man a lot of these far right guys fell in love with, especially his nonchalant attitude towards, when you tiptoe towards the racist side, right? When you start tiptoeing towards the, Mexicans and Venezuelans and all that stuff, because Trump kind of leaned into it, but he didn't, to be fair, he actually, condemned a lot of the, some of these racist guys that followed him, but he did lean into it for a bit, right? And it was all under the guise of making America great again, okay? MAGA, okay? Krav Maga. No, not that. Even though that's weird, right? Again, listen, that was the rallying point. It drew the alt-right. It drew everybody, even some people who were in the middle. They say, hey, you know what? I like what this guy say. And they jump ship, right? However, right, it's one of those things where people start to understand that, over time, the reality of politicians become clear, right? They say a lot of things, they lean into a lot of things, but oftentimes they don't really mean exactly what they said, right? Hell, even the red pill poppers, right? When they started catching on to the Trump wave, when they were gliding onto it, they said, oh my goodness, yeah, we're in it. Why? Because, it was all covered under the air of freedom of speech, okay? Cancel culture is at large, and, all these platforms doing these things, and here's Trump, fighting against the system, so we're jumping and we're going in there, right? Now, chat, they rode for this man so hard. Now, would it be surprising to you if I told you that these guys are now turning on him? Matter of fact, it turns out these alt-right guys who, rode the 2016 wave, okay, they're all now kind of turning against each other. And matter of fact, they're kind of turning on Trump now, right? So these guys are actually more hardcore than what they believe Trump should be, right? So they're looking at him now and they're saying, oh, this guy's weak. Fuck, I don't know if I gotta vote for Trump, I gotta vote for Trump, but he's not doing the stuff that we liked in 2016. I mean, come on, right? So now a lot of these conservative guys, they're looking at, the conservative candidate, and they're saying, I don't know what's going on, right? He's not looking good. He's still Trump, but not in the way we want him to be, right? And what ends up happening is that they're now realizing that, maybe Trump might not be the guy they're looking for, right? So they think that, you know what? We are going to form our own union. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to form our own union, and we are going to take over the conservative space. I mean, how corny is that, right? We are going to take over and restore order to conservative space. So yes, folks, these guys are bringing their ideas now, and they're coalescing on Twitter, or X, formerly Twitter, right? And they're now rallying behind a new point, okay? Anti, Jews, like fuck the Jews, right? And honestly, that's why they're pissed off at Trump. That's actually part of the reason, right? And you won't just hear from me, okay? You'll hear from these guys, but before that, there's a lot of stuff we have to go over, right? But like, you will hear from them. You will hear from them. The reason why is because they're now realizing that America, it doesn't matter if you're right or left, they're still gonna fuck with Israel, right? And one thing you're starting to understand in chat. This is going to be the big picture here, all right? That just like pill poppers and feminists, all right, are on two sides of the same coin, a lot of people on the far right and a lot of people on the far left are on two sides of the same coin, okay? Because now what you're seeing is people on the far left, they don't really fuck with the Jews. People on the far right, they don't really fuck with the Jews either. Both of them don't like the Jews. Both of them don't like America's stance on Israel, right? You got Nick Fuentes going hard against J.D. Vance now because, bro came from Israel, and apparently Israel's supposed to be their enemy. And, you see how now the little things is starting to tear all of them apart. And it's absolutely hilarious because these guys, if they really just looked at it from just a bird's eye view, you would realize you are the same. You guys are the same people. You guys are the same people. But is that enough? No. All right. These guys are now saying we are going to form our own political podcast to lead the way and bring true politics to America. Yeah. All right. Free, fair media. Okay. And the person who's going to be spearheading all of this is Myron, of course. I mean, why not? Yes, the Myron that was on a Twitter space that got booted on an alt-right Twitter space, right? He got booted because apparently he's realizing that the people he capes for, okay, uh, they don't really care too much for his kind, right? Now here's the weird thing. Here's the weird thing, right? And we kind of talked about this in the last stream chat, and we gotta kind of go over this because it was kind of shocking. And honestly, chat, y'all were wrong because actually no. Some of y'all were wrong along with me because I was wrong too. I didn't think Myron would do this, but he did, and he doubled down because you know what I said? I said, what is Myron gonna do after this incident? Right? You're keeping for alt-right people so much that even on the space you're supposed to be accepted in, they kick you out. They kick you out. They treat you like you just another N-word with the hard R. That's all they see you as, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, is he going to double down after this? Or is he just going to just say, okay, you know what? These guys, they're not really, my cup of tea. These guys, they clearly don't like me. They still think I'm an N-word with the ER. So I kind of have to just... take my leave here, right? No, Chad, he didn't do that. He doubled down. He tripled down. So much so, he is creating an alt-right conservative space to save the conservative atmosphere, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? And he's not just doing it by himself. No, he's going to do it with some help, okay? And we got Elijah Schaefer, okay, who's a Jew, by the way, I think. So, I mean... that's interesting. So I don't know how that works here. Lots of self-hatred going in, right? And then no other than SNEAKO, who's going to be the co-host, okay? And then you got Nick Fuentes involved in that too as well. For those of you guys that don't know, Nick Fuentes, he's Nick Fuentes. Actually, we got some shit on him today. We about to break all that down too. Okay, so all three of these guys, right, or four of them, including Myron, are gonna start a podcast together, right? So essentially, this is the end of Fresh. Okay, I think all of this, y'all doing the stuff outside with the questions, asking the girls what's up, right, and then you getting called out, which was hilarious, and then you not even knowing what to do in a debate with SNEAKO. I think Myron was testing you, bro. Fresh. I think Myron was testing you to see if you were gonna be capable of coming along on his new journey on this conservative space. You tried, Fresh. You tried, but your debate with SNEAKO was abysmal. My boy talking about it's all God, bro. It's all God. It's all God, bro. Seriously, all right. So I mean, think about this. All right. It's like, okay, God, what? Like, all things lead back to God. I agree with you. Okay. So what does that have to do with your argument on feminism? It's end of time, bro. Revelations. Think about this. Right? It's just like, I think Myron was laughing at his ass during that debate. Myron was clowning his ass too. Because it's just like, okay, clearly he's not cut out for the job, obviously. I mean, we can't bring Fresh along for the ride. But you know who this was not only an audition for, it was an audition for Fresh, obviously, for me. I mean, this is me speculating here, but I think it was also an audition for SNEAKO, okay? It was an audition for SNEAKO to get the second spot, aka the B mic, right? And, Nick Fuentes and Elijah Schaefer, I don't know what the hell's going on, all right? So it looks like on this new journey that Fresh and Fit, or by this case, Fit, is going to be heading on, we're not going to be seeing a whole lot of Fresh. And then coupled with the fact that these guys are also stating that they're no longer going to be streaming on YouTube, I think we kind of see where the writing is on the wall for our favorite stutter-in-chief. I don't think it's looking good, bro. I think my boy's setting you up for your way out. Chat, this is me speculating. I'm just speculating, okay? But don't it kind of make sense? I mean, all these things happening in these successions, and it's just like, all right? For those of you guys who know what I'm talking about, let me go ahead and show you guys this right here, okay? So Myron launches this post out there on Twitter, right? On the Twitter Spaces, right? He's saying, podcast with Nick Fuentes, SNEAKO, Elijah Schaefer, coming soon. Stay tuned in, guys. We are going to take over the conservative space. No more cucking for Israel. We will be the realest pod in the right wing. Dun, dun, dun. You know what this means? The grift has been completed. Okay, the grift transfer process has been completed. What that means is now it's official. They are officially in the political space. Nigga, that's not gonna stop us from clowning you. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that's not gonna stop anything, bro. As you can see in the subsequent videos we're gonna be playing later. Okay, it's not gonna stop anybody, but it's not even gonna stop your fans from clowning you and people from clowning what this is. So he posts a lot of video in there, but one thing I want you guys to focus on and what they're making their main focus of the reason why they're doing this podcast is this line right here. Like, chat, this line right here. No more cucking for Israel. So again, remember what I told you during the monologue of the stream, right? When I told you that these guys, the right wing or the alt-right, is kind of turning on the moderate right, because the ones that are supporting Trump and all that, because they don't like Trump's stance on Israel. You know who else doesn't like anybody else's stance on Israel, including Trump's? The liberals or the lefties, right? The alt-lefties, right? So again, this is what I'm saying. They're the same people, but Israel, it seems like the uniting factor for these guys, right? Where it's like, okay, we're no longer going to cuck for Israel. I don't know why that's a main thing, right? And that's it. Chat, I say this to say, these are the same people. They're going to sit there and cry when they get canceled or all these different things, because this is clear. I mean, this is clear bigotry, bro. I mean, a lot of the stuff they've been doing, not this particular post itself, but a lot of the stuff that he's been posting on Twitter. Oh, yeah. No. Myron's been posting some seriously anti-Semitic shit on Twitter, too. So that's, yeah. No, that's a backstory to it. I don't know if y'all want to go surfing on his Twitter, but you'll see a bunch of weird stuff there. Anti-Semitic, some seriously homophobic shit. All this stuff, it's just straight crazy, right? But yes, these are the guys that are going to be creating a podcast to save conservatives, okay? Because we're cucking for Israel. Isn't that all of America? Just asking for a friend. But let's continue. So here they got this little video. It's like a little snippet of the live, right? Of what the pod is gonna be. But chat, after this video, I'm gonna show you an actual. Not an actual, but an almost realistic atmosphere of what the podcast is going to feel like, okay? So let's go ahead and watch this.
The German nation does not wish its interests to be determined and controlled by any foreign nation. France to the French, England to the English, America to the Americans, Americans.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something. No one man should have all that.
I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. I don't give a fuck what anybody gotta say. I cannot be bought.
I can't believe he put that in there. Hold up, chat. I'm trying to this stream's getting copyrighted. I already know it, right? But it's like I can't believe he actually used this clip. He used this clip, bro.
Again.
He did the thing. He used the thing. This is the promo for the new podcast.
Say what the fuck I want to say. I don't give a fuck what anybody gotta say. I cannot be bought. I don't get any collabs with the industry people. They do not want me. They do not accept me. They alienate me. So fuck it. When the motherfucking Supreme Court's paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to fight for free speech.
Y'all remember who he is now? Yeah. So this is the Fresh and Fit Avengerverse uniting, okay? So Myron just put out the Avenger call. Avengers unite. hey, alt-right unite. Let's go. We running. They got this dude over here. I don't even what the hell. What is he supposed to be? What is this, right? Look, they got him. So this is the Elijah guy. You got all these other guys, and this is like the call. This is crazy.
So politics is not about the what.
And then you got obviously the Dr. Doom of everything right here, Nick Fuentes, right? There he is, right here. Oh boy. Oh, this is, bro. I'm covering the hell out of this podcast for sure, bro. Because again, what y'all about to see when I give you a taste of what these guys are going to be talking about, Bruh, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be insane. Yo, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson in the building. Can we get a dub in the chat for O'Shea Duke? But before that, let's get with Dominique Michelle. Shout out to you for the 5. Says, Myron never thought that the leopards would eat his face. Oh, yeah. There's the thing. A lot of these guys, they end up turning on each other. Right? At first, 2016, yay, rah, Trump. Yeah, he's going to be our guy. And then just because of this one thing, which is Israel, right? They're willing to say, fuck it all. Like, fuck that guy. Like, we don't care about him. It's like, fuck Trump. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, yo, Myron, it's funny that you're saying that now because look how these people who are saying, fuck Trump, fuck Israel, look what they think about you. You're aligning with people that in their world, you will not exist. Make it make sense. Yo, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson with the super chat. I appreciate you, brother. He says, oh my God, this keeps getting more funny. Alt-Lice podcast with no blacks. Hell yeah. That's what it is, right? It's like, I mean, y'all kind of had that already, minus Fresh. But I mean, it's going to be official, O'Shea. They are now hosting their own thing. Oh, there's so much more because we have to get into the kind of people who are hosting this stuff, right? Especially Nick Fuentes. Yo, listen, actually, let's stop here for just 1 second, okay? Because one thing you're gonna understand about a lot of these guys and their alt-right talking points and what they think about certain things, right, is they're anti-Israel. That's obvious. They're anti-LGBTQ, gays and all that stuff. Okay, fine, right? And among all the things, right? But these are the main stuff that they're against, right? And obviously they're anti-blacks and all these other things too as well. They don't want to say it, but it is true. Matter of fact, they don't even have to say it. Just look at the people they're hanging around with. They're anti-black. Okay, it is what it is. But one thing that we've always noticed about people like this, oftentimes it's like a projection type of deal, right? Especially when they're saying things and saying certain things, especially when it comes to the LGBTQ, IA, whatever it is, right? When they say, oh, we're so staunch, we're anti-LGBTQ, they're taking over the schools. Don't you understand? They're turning the frogs gay, right? And then the same people who are screaming this crap, you find them doing this. And it's like, huh? Wait, what? What? Right? Mr. Masculine Man, what is that, right? Nick Fuentes is in the same boat. And it seems like a lot of these alt people just somehow tend to forget that because Nick Fuentes got exposed like it was like a few months ago, but it's relevant now because the podcast we're about to play, it's like it makes so much sense why these guys are so anti-gay or anti this or that, whatever the fuck it is, right? It's because these guys might actually be sus. All right. So Nick Fuentes, chat, does this little live stream, talks about America, good night. Well, we're going to take over and we're going to bring this country back. Okay. And then as soon as he thought the stream was off, bro just went into his natural habitat. He started watching dudes drill each other up the ass, bro. I shit you not, no Diddy included. Bro, it was the sussest shit we have ever seen. Oh, we're going to play it. No, obviously, it's censored. It's very, very censored. Heavily censored. But you kind of get the idea of who these people are, right? And when they're sitting there talking about, oh, we can't have these gays take over society. No, these guys are actually sus. Like these guys, they harbor these feelings and they're projecting because they don't know how to deal with themselves internally, right? And it's getting exposed. So, but it's not just Nick Fuentes, okay? It's a bunch of these other people too. So let's break up this video here of Nick Fuentes showing us, America and it's all its true glory.
Great rest of your evening.
Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo.
Yo, look at his chat. They like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing, Nick? Turn it off, bro. Turn it off. Look at this. Oh, yeah. We're bringing America back, baby. Oh, yeah. We're bringing America back to its good old glory. Yep, this is what it is right here. America in all of its natural balls. Pause. Oh, my goodness. It's always them. It's always, listen, chat, I'm telling you right now. And the thing is, look at the chat. The chat are clowning. They're like, yo, Nick, turn this shit off. Are you hacked, bro? Was it Mossad? Did Mossad get you and put gay porn on your Twitter? Like, how do you miss that? How do you miss that, bro? It doesn't stop. Yo! Oh my God, bro. Oh yeah, they're bringing America back, baby. Hey, listen, all you LGBTQs, y'all better watch out. We're coming out. Oh my goodness. Hey, Myron, now see, chat. One thing y'all might be asking, well, listen, Myron knowing this, okay, because this is clear hypocrisy. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on, and you'll notice that a lot of these guys, they tend to be hypocritical, okay, because especially when they call out certain people being part of certain groups, being protected by certain people, whatever it is, right? So Myron oftentimes goes after, LGBTQ on Twitter and all this stuff like that, right? Same thing with Nick Fuentes and all these different things. But when this was out there, bro, stay silent. Bro, stay silent. Matter of fact, he didn't only stay silent. He's saying, hey, you know what, bro? We doing this new thing now. And Nick Fuentes is headlining it. This guy. So one must ask the question, well, okay, why would then Myron want to do a podcast with this guy without at least addressing this shit right here? Right? Like this man was literally, we're not going to know the fact that he was watching dudes bore each other out. Like, we're going to sit there and not, like, acknowledge that. So Myron apparently is cool with that. So that's fine. Hey, we're bringing a new progressive conservative America. Absolutely. Yes. Right? So you ask yourself, why would he do this? Like, does it make any sense? And then you start looking at stuff like this. And then you're like, oh yeah. Oh, I get it now. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. You see what I mean? It's always the guys who are overboard with this shit. It's always them. They go overboard, but deep down, this is what they do. This is how they get down, right? So again, even just moving it off of Nick Fuentes, let's actually shove it to Myron real quick. Pause. Okay. Now, Myron, we got to look at this. He's announcing this podcast here with Nick Fuentes and SNEAKO. SNEAKO, I kind of don't really have a problem with. We just got to see how the talking points evolve in his new show. Okay, if it starts to get racy, then we gonna cover it, right? But again, I'm not really worried about SNEAKO. It's more Nick Fuentes and Myron, and then this Elijah guy who seems like he's really trying to get on to something here, which is crazy, right? But what are Myron's views actually, right? What does he think, right? Well, there was a recent stream they did where they went out and they were interviewing people. Yes, street interviews. They're bringing that back. And essentially what they were going around asking girls questions and things like that. Oh, in this video, Fresh gets called out, which is hilarious. Hilarious as fuck, right? But Myron says something that was very interesting, right? And one of the things he said was, well, he doesn't believe that women should have the right to vote. And that's something that a lot of people you're seeing on the alt-right, that's a sentiment that they've been expressing. I mean, it actually started with Pearl. I won't say started with Pearl, but it was magnified by Pearl to the point she's selling t-shirts about this, right? And there are people subbing and they're loving that shit, right? But what did I tell you guys back then? I told you guys the reason why we have to be worried about this right? Because at one point right now, we might think it's just a game and we can clown them and we can laugh at them because their points are ridiculous. But there are people in the world that take them seriously, so much so that they congregate around these guys and support their platform. So much so that their alt-right channel is going to get a lot of support. It is, chat. I'm not going to hold y'all. Mainly Twitter. It's not going to do much on YouTube, but YouTube, right? But it's going to be supported, well supported. And honestly, if they trigger the right, pulses here, essentially, they might actually run off with this new grift. It might actually be a real possibility, right? So let's say this podcast becomes a very huge success. These ideas all of a sudden aren't funny anymore. Not funny anymore, right? They're letting you, they're just saying the N-word with the ER and normalizing that shit. They're saying all these insane talking points, right? It may be a joke now, and we can clown it, but over time, what happens if that becomes the new thing, right? We've seen it happen throughout history. So as we watch this video, just something to think about, okay? Just think about that, all right? Think about this.
You're saying that women shouldn't vote?
Yeah.
You know he got kids, and he don't not married to a single one of his moms. Wait. You got kids. Don't you got kids?
No.
Or weren't you the one that was, one of you was dating a prostitute and brought it to your mother?
He's talking about fresh. He actually means fresh. Yeah. No. It wasn't just Daisy. He was knocking up a bunch of other girls. This reckless fool. This is fresh is the Christian, right? The lordly Christian that is gonna come here and try to debate SNEAKO of all people, right? You're gonna debate SNEAKO about the end of days, right? Look at women are promiscuous and out of wedlock births and all that. Meanwhile, you are participating in said activity and literally nutting these girls raw. All right, Daisy wasn't the only one. A bunch of other girls came forward and say, "Hey, yeah, he did that to me. Yeah, that guy, that glorious Christian over there is out here just making single mamas." So yeah, he has a point, bro. You're out here with a fucking bullshit ass talking point, like, I don't think women should vote. Okay, that's crazy, because if you have reckless men going around using women's bodies, basically using them as condoms and just nutting in them and throwing them away with the Hail Mary, right? You're setting yourself up right now to basically say that you want women in a dangerous position, right? Because if they can't vote, meaning that they won't be able to protect themselves through voting, right? They won't be able to protect their rights. So it would leave you guys a blank slate to basically get away with all this fuckery that basically caused the downfall of society right now. Because you want to say women are promiscuous, sure, I agree with you, right? But at the end of that vagina is another dick, okay? Men are also there. So it's not that women all of a sudden who are virgins just decide to be promiscuous. No, they get turned out at some point. At some point, right? It just is what it is. Or something happens where it's just traumatic and, it just gets crazy, right? But either way, women aren't just out here just being promiscuous while being virgins. No, they're being promiscuous while having sex with other men, meaning men are also promiscuous. So again, it's just one of those things where it's like you're stripping the rights from women so they can't protect themselves. So while you can go in and just, just have your boy Fresh do all these things, marry all these girls or, these underage girls, right? Y'all are weird. This is weird. But go ahead, keep roasting this dude.
Oh, actually, yo, Fresh, where you at? We can have this discussion. Oh, you over there? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I never get what y'all got going on.
Yeah, that's not his, it wasn't his girlfriend. It was a girl he was just banging, but yeah.
And brought it to his mother.
Yes, he does that all the time.
Is this the point?
He does that all the time.
Wait.
I thought we were talking about voting.
Wait.
Yeah, we were talking about voting.
Do you not respect your mother?
Well, you got to ask him that. He's over there.
Yo.
You go ask him that.
Can you come here real quick?
Wait, bro, he's in the middle of a conversation. Let him finish the conversation, and then he could come talk to you. But anyway, I was talking with them too, and then you could just give us a second, and then when he comes over.
Well, granted, I'll be honest with y'all, keep it short and sweet. I don't respect none of the fuck y'all shit.
Okay, bro, that's fine. I don't care. That's fine. Cool. We're having a conversation right now.
Hey, bro, listen, hey, props to the dude for stepping up, but he definitely sounded nervous as hell. It's just Myron. Look at his legs, bro. How can you be nervous of somebody with legs like that? I mean, he's got chicken calves, bro. Look at his calves. My boy's supposed to be a trainer. Why your calves looking like this, bro? You can't be scared of somebody that skips legs day.
Okay, that's cool, bro. Okay. Then, okay, cool. All right. You sound a little triggered, but that's fine. Yeah, definitely do. But anyway, I was having a conversation with them, bro. So. Okay. Yeah, I had a conversation with them. All right, bro. Well, actually, Fresh is right here if you got something to say now. He was talking some shit about you and whatever, and China girl.
Not dating anyone seriously.
Look at Reg. I heard you was talking shit. Why he walking? Hey, Fresh, bro. We got to do something about these titties, bro. Like, I mean, look at this. Look at this, chat. What is this? Look at this midsection. Fresh. How do you try to lose 30 pounds for 3 years and still look the same? Like, look, even look at the side of his face, bro. It's like all the fat he was supposed to lose, his face found it. Like, bro, like, this is crazy. You can't give, like, listen, chat. Just like I said, if I all of a sudden want to do something and started giving fitness advice, right? I can do that. All right, because I actually have knowledge when it comes to working out, training, strength and conditioning and whatnot, right? And not only just because I have the knowledge, I mean, I can come out here and say I work out and do everything. But if you just see me fat and continuously not changing my life, well, then you kind of start thinking, oh, maybe that guy doesn't actually work out. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't changed a bit, right? But no, right? Because you tend to look at the person that's saying they work out and they kind of look relatively fit, right? So you look at this guy who sells courses on, men getting their mind right, getting their body right and everything so they can land women and become high-value men, or become high-value men, then the women come, right? Look at this. We got a high-value gut right here, all right? We got high-value Big Mac, high-value fries with some extra shakes and fries. Look at this, bro. Hey, Fresh. Listen, bro, you got to get to the gym. If you're all this is why they're leaving you behind. You're not hopping on this conservative way with them no more. They're leaving you behind. You got to step it up, bro.
In front of your mother. What? You weren't dating anyone seriously. You were bringing them in front of your mother, right?
He's trying to.
You were bringing women you weren't dating seriously.
Speak up, bro. Speak up.
You were dating women you were bringing women you weren't dating seriously in front of your mother. Do you not respect her? Because that's weird to bring women who you're not dating seriously in front of your mother.
It's my mother.
Yeah.
Is there a problem?
No, I'm just saying it's weird. That's what I'm saying. To your mother.
Well, it's not weird to his mother. You can't say that, right? Because mama knows Bubby best, right? So we don't know. That's the thing. We just don't know. Just like these loser TV networks. Oh, show coming soon. We about to this dude's about to get cleaned out, right? But just like these loser TV networks where they want to say, oh, Duke, you had Daisy over your house for 4 days. You had your girl serving her. How dare you have your girl serving her, right? And it's like, it's such a big disrespect to your woman. It's like, what? How do you know? Your woman don't serve you at home, huh? OT don't serve you at home. Is that what it is, my boy? Huh? Listen. Don't get mad at me. Just go get you a woman that understands you. That just is what it is. So listen. They think that they know you just based off of watching you, but you don't know. That's why it's weird culturally speaking, because most people would look at what Fresh does and say, hey, listen, you bringing random girls to your mom, I think it's weird. Personally, I personally think it's weird, right? You don't do that. Nobody does that, right? So wordly, people think it's weird. But to him and his mom, that's what Bubby does. That's her Bubby. That's her Bubby Fresh, okay? Okay, Fresh brings the women, right? The women buy the jewelries, right? Because it's a scam at the end of the day, right? Fresh, tricks them with the $5,000 Rolex, and then they buy the mom a $1,000 scarf, right? Mama gets $5,000 shoes. Looks like mama making all great. I think this is a scheme, if anything else. I think this is some kind of Bajan scheme, right? These Barbado niggas, all right? This is how they get you. Hey, come see my mama, right? They get these rich girls, they dupe them in with the fake jewelry, right? So the girls really think dude got money, and then that's just an excuse to pay for mama's gifts. Mama out there living like a queen, girl, out there in Barbados. Ain't that right? She got shoes, she got scarves, she probably got a girl that got him her a brand new car. Who knows? Probably the richest woman right there in Barbados. We don't know, bro. But like again, it's their relationship. It is what it is. But is it weird? Absolutely. And the argument this young man should have made was it's not, listen, because Myron's snickering in the background there, but it's not that it's weird to your mom, because you don't, to be fair, you don't know his mom. We don't know his mom. We don't know them at all, right? But it is a weird thing to do, like society-wise. Do you think it's like a good thing to be introducing like every girl you're just seeing to your mother, or do you want to introduce your mother to girls that you're taking seriously? Which one do you think is more respectful? You can ask it in that way, but again, it is what it is. I just think it's hilarious.
You know,
you're weird to know intimate information.
Whatever you do with your mom, bro, we can do with your mom.
Okay,
What I do with mine is what I do with my mom.
You know what? You're
What
right.
are you talking about?
Say it is weird though. I'm like,
to you?
To your mother.
When no. Tell me it's cool. It's funny.
Okay. And you know what?
We know why. Mama getting them gifts. I told you it's a scam. This nigga running Hey, y'all remember that TikTok? Not TikTok. What's that? It's a Tinder swindler. Yeah, that's him. My boy. Oh, what is it? Instead of a Tinder, they're using seeking arrangements, right? This is what it is. So they swindling girls and seeking arrangements. Yo, the seeking swindler right there. That's fresh. Fresh as the seeking swindler. Like, oh my goodness, that's y'all. Y'all running a game. Mama getting all them gifts back there. That's why she thinks it's funny. Because, like, I'm thinking, like, listen, my mama would be pissed off. I'd start bringing random women to her, right? Like, what? Ooh, like, yeah. So, again, that's not all relationship. But if mom's cool with it, mom's getting something out of this. This is a scam. This is like some multi-level scam that we have no idea is going on. But it's happening, bro, because that shit's not normal. But I guess it's normal to freshen his mama.
Miss, you read your relationship with your mother? That's cool.
Why would that matter?
It's just a little weird. It's just antithetical to what your podcast got going on. That's all I'm saying.
Nigga, what I do with my mom is none of your business.
I'm just saying it's a weird message for your podcast.
Actually, no. We talk about he talks about selling the dream to girls all the time, bro. He's been doing this shit for years. You don't watch the pod, so
what dream are you selling to women then?
Honestly, that it's not even what he just said, but it's what Myron just reiterated. He has been saying he advocates for selling dreams to girls. That's fine. You can sell a dream to girls all day, but it's not just girls he sells dreams to. Obviously, he's selling dreams to guys as well. So, I mean, we get X day on the Ixnay, right? But again, what does that tell you? When these guys want to sit there and complain about society, they want to sit there and complain about single moms. They want to sit there and complain about black women. Oh, speaking of which, did you know that I'm also a racist? Apparently, right? So a video 3 years ago of me clowning a black woman, okay, for clowning black men and saying that, black women don't want to be with you, black men, all that shit. Apparently, me standing up for black men makes me racist. And you know what's even crazier, right? Because these loser TV networks they want to just tell lies and whatnot. He then goes on to say, because there was this part in it where I was talking about how I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. And apparently that's an issue? This is what I don't get about you. Like this is such... Like, when you talk about fake outrage and really just stretching the truth, every time I'm out here, even when I call myself black here, right? Who are the main ones to remind me I'm a tether? These same people, right? So that when I refer to myself as a Nigerian, which I'm proud of and I never hide from, all of a sudden, because I'm saying I'm not black, that makes me racist? And that invalidates, chat, that me just saying I'm not black, me being honest about my race, that invalidates everything. Even me growing up in black culture and everything like that, that invalidates everything I've said. Roasting Myron on all the bullshit. No. All of that, just based off of that, me saying I'm not black, I'm a racist. You see how fucking weird niggas are? That's just weird, right? So again, y'all look at all my videos when I roast a lot of these racists, right? You see, when I'm talking, y'all understand, like, there's no question. You know what the fuck, I know what I'm talking about, right? Because I live this shit, right? But then when I say I'm not black, I'm Nigerian, that's a problem. Oh, I knew he was a tether. Yeah, but that's all you guys know me as anyways. I could defend black people all fucking day, and at the end of the day, I'm nothing but a tether. Y'all remind me and then get mad when I say I'm black. I'm not black. How retarded are y'all? Like, honestly, it's fake outrage. All of this bullshit. Like, yo, chat. This, bro, stay tuned. I'm about to roast this nigga's entire life. All of it, because
it's just fake outrage, bro. And you think we worried about this shit? Bro, listen, you want to go back to videos 4 or 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago? You want to really play that game with me? Okay.
No, what I'm saying is,
Can I get a water?
I do what I want. No, hold on.
Give it 1
You're
second, ladies,
putting
because
on me
this is actually
standards
hilarious.
that are not on me. Your way of how you did this with your mom? Who?
Why?
Who? Him or me? What do we say on the podcast?
All right.
I know you guys.
Give it 1 second, ladies. This is hilarious.
That's him, not me. See, you're confusing what he says to what I say. I say I do whatever. Hold on. You're
fresh, you're fit, right?
We're different.
Yeah,
people,
we have
right?
different opinions.
So what's your point?
That you have the same podcast. The podcast that one of you say automatically goes to the other person.
Not really. We got different viewpoints.
But it's the brand.
He's Arabic, I'm black.
We got different.
Oh, he's Arabic now. Okay. All right. Because when he's over here saying the N-word, when he's saying, N-word with the hard R, no, it's okay because he's black, right? But then he's Arabic all of a sudden, just to make a point. See, Myron, this is why no one believes you, bro. This is why they called you the Sambo of Sudan, bro. Like, it's not a good look.
Opinions, bro.
Yeah, no.
We got
Christian. What's your point?
different views, bro.
Wait, 1 second. I'm saying that whatever he says about your both brand applies to you as well because you associate with them. We see this all the time with every other people. You see
So hold on. Two people that are debating that are on the same side can have different opinions?
They can, but I'm saying what he says goes to your parent company and your parent opinion or parent position.
Listen, bro. I don't know who you are. How old are you?
It doesn't matter. I'm 19.
Okay.
Bro.
You got a lot to learn, bro. I'm gonna say this straight up.
I'm saying, how old are you?
I'm 34. You're 19. You're a kid, bro.
Oh my goodness, bro. Hey, props to the guy. You know, he did his best. 19-year-old. It's a little intimidating, right? You're going up against a 34-year-old, and God knows how old Fresh is. I mean, come on, like, this is what it is. But like, you're going up against these people, and hey, you still, asked the question. You just, allowed yourself to be distracted. It is what it is, right? Again, we don't know the relationship between Fresh and his mother, but to us, and we can only have our own opinions here, it is weird. It's a fucking weird thing to do. It's like, like you just bring any girl to your mom. Like, that's not right. But hey, listen, all right, that's the relationship they have with his mom. So you going the route saying it's offensive to your mom. No. You can just say, hey, I mean, culturally speaking, what do you think? Like, what example do you think you're setting here? Especially even for the women that you're just randomly doing it. I mean, I get you and your mom think it's fun, right? Or you just bring these women over. The women buy your mom gifts. Your mom's sitting pretty with her $5,000 shoes on, right? She got them Prada bag and all that, right? But it's fine. But like these other women that you're just knocking up or you're fooling because listen, they don't share the same joke as you and your mom do, where you just bring random girls over. To most people out there, meaning most women you're going to date, when you bring them to see your moms, they're thinking you're taking this seriously. That's it. Like everybody on the outside of Fresh and his mama's weird ass relationship they like to do with these women. Okay. Everyone thinks that if you bring a woman that you're dating to see your mom, you're obviously serious about her. But the Fresh and his mom, it doesn't make any sense. So that's why his argument kind of fell flat, but he tried his best at least. Now, what we got to talk about is, well, listen, what would, if these guys were to actually put a podcast out there, and they're doing it, right? What would that podcast look like? Now, remember, these guys, they don't like the gays, they don't like the Jews. Hell, at this point, they don't even like Trump, most of it, right? And we're gonna see that right here. What is that ideal conversation gonna be like with guys like SNEAKO, Nick Fuentes, and Myron, right? What is this new conservative atmosphere they're bringing to Twitter? Well, I think I have an idea of what that might look like. And chat, you wouldn't believe this, but the most manliest men out there who are gonna save the conservative space decided that the best place to do their podcast is just in a venue that just how do I say sus?
Nick says some things I agree with, but he's like a notorious person, like an Al Capone, like just, or Candace Owens said, it's like, oh, if you have
pause. What is this? What is this? What are we looking at? Why y'all in a 1-bedroom hotel room? What just happened? Shit. What, like, you could choose anywhere to do a pod. Oh, by the way, if you guys who don't know, allow me to introduce these guys. There's SNEAKO right there, if you don't know. The guy in the black hat and the black shirt, that's Jake Shields. Okay, the guy's a fighter. Okay, don't fuck with him because he definitely don't like the gays, and you'll see why in just a second. But yes, and then obviously the guy in the middle is SNEAKO. Oh, not SNEAKO. I'm sorry, Nick Fuentes. Right. So you would ask these guys who are going to bring conservatism back. One of them, who we already know does some real sus shit. Right. Like, I mean, guy just got done watching gay porn like after a stream. All end up in a hotel room with 1 bedroom. It's like a funny joke. Like, what do you get when you have, you know, a racist, a reformed Muslim, and a MMA fighter in a 1-bedroom hotel? Like, what? It's like this is literally the setup to a joke. What are we looking at? Huh? What are we? This is the ultimate setup to a joke here. Come on, bro. Let's continue.
Have a dog, and Hitler has a dog. Are you like Hitler or something like that? And it's like, you have that reaction about meeting me. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a rapist. I'm not, you know, Jeffrey Epstein was hanging out with like the world's most famous people. That's fine. If you're hanging out with like Lolita Express or Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey goes on Tucker Carlson. Kevin Spacey, who's accused of raping kids. Boys. Yeah, and then they all mysteriously die. So he can go on Lex Fridman, and he can go on Tucker, and he can go on the show. Piers Morgan recently too, right? Piers Morgan, yeah, but not me. Why? Right. Because, well, I like downplayed the Holocaust, or, you know, I'm
No. You see it? No. Now you're downplaying the fact that you downplayed the Holocaust. No, you didn't only downplay the Holocaust. You downplayed slavery as well. You downplayed a lot of shit, and then you upgraded guys like Hitler and Stalin. Who the fuck does that? You have to be insane to be walking around glorifying mass murderers like Hitler and Stalin, and then expect to still have a platform in all these private enterprises. Are you like a tard, or are you a tard, bro? Like, what's up? Yo, shout out to Watts TV in the chat. Let's get a dub for Watts TV, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Be putting out work in there. Put a dub in the chat for Watts. Is that the real Watts TV? Somebody verify if that's a real one. We've been having trolls lately. But put a dub in the chat for Watts. Watts doing good work out here exposing these clowns. Hey, I want to see a video on this, Watts. Come on now. Because, hey, listen, they're starting a new podcast. Together, boys being boys. I mean, why the 1-bedroom hotel though? Like, I mean, we just gonna be real. Like, y'all have money between all three of them. They're probably like worth maybe $1 million, $2 million, right? So maybe not. Maybe that might be too high of an estimate. Actually, probably too high. I would say I'll go as high as like maybe 500, 600,000, 600,000, 700,000. Okay, but like, you can't afford a better venue. Like, you couldn't even sit in the lobby and do this. Like, you just have to go in somebody's bedroom, and then y'all just sitting around. Let's just do this. It's just weird, bro. Because SNEAKO, I mean, he's known for doing such shit. We just looked at Nick Fuentes sus shit. Is Jake Shields sus himself? We'll find out.
4 million instead of
yeah, right. But that's
just got a wooden door up or something like that.
Yes. So
to them, that's worse. Being critical of Israel is worse than fucking kids.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I honestly was a little shocked how we got big update, because I thought we had it cleared. It sounded like I told him on the phone, like, oh, I'm pretty sure we're getting it cleared right now. And it was just right away. We were rushed up on. Like,
yeah, they zipped over to us in like 5 seconds.
They were like ready, waiting.
Yeah. Literally, like walked through the door and they made a beeline. Hey, can we see your ID? Yeah, you can't.
They knew exactly who you were already. So I don't know why they need your ID. They just like leave.
Well,
so essentially, what these guys are talking about is they're bragging. They're not bragging, but they're crying about being canceled. Essentially, right? That's it. So everywhere Nick Fuentes goes, he's a social pariah. No one wants him at the venue. Like, you want to talk about the true definition of canceled? It's him. Why? Because He's done the ultimate worst, okay? You can't forgive it. He's pretty much on political blacklist everywhere, right? So if people see Nick Fuentes coming, he's getting gone. These are the people they want to start a podcast with. Just let that sink in for a second, right? The guy who gets canceled everywhere, let's just start a podcast with him and see how that does for your entire show. We'll wait. But still, right, they're crying about getting canceled and not being invited to these spaces. Meanwhile, they are the very reason why they are not invited to these spaces. Y'all are the very reason. Okay, so you're sitting here crying in a kumbaya circle jerk circle about woe is me. I can't believe they don't want us to show up. I mean, what do we do? I just downplayed the Holocaust. What? I mean, what? I thought this was freedom of speech. What? I thought it was America. America. No, bro. I mean, it is America, but private institutions run America, okay? We're just a corporation with the military. That's it, bro. Come on.
You must know some things you're more politically involved than me. What's going on at TPUSA? What's the narrative that they're trying to push? I saw you speaking about JD Vance. What do you think is the big push that they want to do with TPUSA?
So with Vance, everyone's pushing Vance now. And the Vance is being pushed with Trump because Vance is getting money from Peter Thiel, and Peter Thiel is like a big federal contractor. Like they just got his company, this is a huge topic, so we can't get into all the details, but his company, Palantir, is a contractor with the NSA, with the CIA, and they do like AI, they do facial recognition. They got a $500 million contract with the federal government recently. Thiel's money put Vance in the Senate. Now Vance is being tapped for VP. And what's interesting, and this is what I kind of got at earlier today, for a long time, you had like neocons, the neoconservatives. They said there's a civilizational war between Christianity and Islam, and Israel's at the front of it. And that's why we need to go to Iraq and make a democracy, and we're going to plant the seed, and it's going to spread all over, and blah, blah, blah. People stopped believing in that. They said that's nation-building myth. We can't build nations. You can't go and make a democracy in Iraq because they don't have a tradition of liberalism, and their religion isn't really compatible. As you know, Islam's, and it's a good thing, it's not a liberal religion. So that fell out of favor. The neocons fell out of favor. And so for a long time, they were just kind of pushing this, well, Israel's our closest ally. And all it took was somebody like me to get up and say, okay, well, why? Why are they our closest ally? And they folded immediately because they're like,
no, that's not what you said. Right. And here's the part of the thing that he mentioned is kind of what we talk about, where it's just like, bro, when y'all are super gung ho on Trump, okay, and you're looking at his VP and whatnot, and y'all are mad. Oh, well, Duke, why aren't you Trump? I'm like, because they're all bought. Okay. But the thing is, it's funny that these guys who are supposed to be on the right are also saying the same thing. Isn't that funny? Right. So don't look at me and say, oh, because I'm looking at it and say, oh, he's a bought guy. It is what it is. Right. And now all of a sudden they're trying to air out Trump. This is the guy they were supporting 2016 and beyond, right? This was their guy. But now they're pointing out all these different things with Peter Thiel and JD Vance. They're pointing it all out. Do you think that if Trump was saying the rhetoric he used to say in 2016, or at least he was as bombastic as he was in 2016, do you think they'll be airing out Vance, right? I mean, if you're going to air out Vance, you might as well just air out Mike Pence when he was VP, because he's got a lot of skeleton in his closet. So, again, you see how it's selective now. It's because the whole Israel thing is popping off, and they're realizing that it doesn't matter what side of the political aisle you stand in. America is going to back Israel. It sucks because I think like at this point, war is propping up that nation, or at least the leadership of that nation. Because even the Israeli people are protesting now because they found it was I don't want to talk about it. But like again, it's the people are not aligned with the leadership there. But the leadership wants to keep control, so they want perpetual war. So they're attacking this and attacking that, and they're pushing U.S. to start wars, with the Middle East. The big giant out there in the Middle East, obviously Iran, right? We've been talking about this. It doesn't matter if it's Trump, Biden, or whatever. It's the script that they're following. Now these guys all of a sudden, there's an epiphany. Oh wow! Did you know that JD Vance is funded by people who want Israel to be a thing, and they want perpetual nation-building wars? Wow. Yeah, bro. Yeah, we called that out. Hey, welcome to the crib. Right, but listen, this is what I'm telling y'all. Again, they turn on their own so fucking fast. It's not even funny.
Like, we don't even know, because that was it. I mean, years ago.
Hey, this is oh, by the way, this is LTTV's alt account. I don't know why you're bro. So it's not enough for you to spy in my Discord, bro. It's not enough for you to spy in my Discord, but you come out here with this fake ass account, bro. Again with these troll accounts, bro. We gonna get rid of you spies. Hey, could somebody block that guy? That's LT's alt, bro. Why are you spying on me? You want me to talk about you? Don't worry. It's a video coming out just for you, and you can't complain there. But right now, we're not talking about you in this episode. Wait your turn, boy. Just wait your turn, little man. And trust me, you're not gonna like the video that's gonna come out on you. Because hey, if you want to tell lies about me, I'll tell truths about you real fucking quick, right? So again, why you here trolling with your alt account, bro? Get the fuck out of here, right? Get out of here, you weirdo. Get out. Y'all are some weird. Now you want to talk about why? Why want to talk about you for? No, you'll get your own video. Ban that guy.
We would go to Charlie Kirk and say, hey, Charlie, like, why are they the closest ally? And they didn't know. I mean, they said it, but they didn't know. And what I've noticed, and if you pay attention, you'll see it too, they're now creating like a new justification for it in light of the Groypers, because the Groypers have become very popular among the young people. And so in the past 5 years, they've come up with these new ideas. So like Vance was at the Quincy Institute a few weeks ago. It's an anti-war nonprofit. And so these guys don't actually support Israel. But Vance goes there and says, well, I'm going to make the case for why we should support Israel. And he had all these new reasons. And so he said, for example, well, we need to support Israel because they're innovators in missile defense. That's the big thing now in Ukraine.
So being pro-war.
Yeah, right. It's all about defense contractors, like his boss, Peter Thiel. Okay. He said the second thing is, well, Israel protects the Christian Holy Land. All right. That's the new one they're doing. Okay. Like Vance posted a picture of himself kissing the wall, and he said, I'm walking in Christ's footsteps. I'm like, did Christ kiss the wall? I must have missed that. Yeah, right. I'm like, somehow I don't think Christ supports Israel. But that's like their new thing.
Like killing kids?
yeah, or like spitting on his own followers, or like bombing his own churches.
Like these evangelical Christians, they're Zionist Christians, they get spit on out there and they're still Zionists. It makes no sense.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I met one from Turning Point. It's a young girl. Years ago, I went to this thing with Bryson Gray, and there were a couple of girls who went to like my old high school, and I recognized them. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, you're getting a lot of attention for being Turning Point, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, you got to drop this Turning Point stuff. Israel's not our ally. And they go, oh, we just got back from Israel. I'm like, yeah, they hate Christians there. My right hand of God, I swear. She goes, yeah, now that you mention that, they kind of like hated us there. They were like spitting on us.
Where do you see Destiny getting like he's over there? Destiny's not even Christian. He's in Israel right now. My bad for bringing him up.
No, yeah,
everywhere you go. And then he's like, he thinks that these are his people.
Yo, by the way, the reason why SNEAKO said my bad for bringing him up is because, Nick Fuentes hates Destiny. He absolutely hates Destiny because he's the one that called out, Destiny was the one that called out Nick Fuentes on Nick Fuentes when he was trying to like lie about what the real reason why his Twitter got banned or something like that. Because he posted a tweet where he said that white women having sex with black men is equivalent to them having sex with dogs. That's what he said. Right. And Destiny pointed that out and said, no, because what Nick Fuentes does, he has a unique way of sweetening the, sus, right? The bullshit that he got canceled for. But no, when you listen to the crap that he was saying, it was quite disgusting, right? This guy, I mean, comparing white women having sex with black men is equivalent to dogs is the most insane thing in the freaking world that I've ever seen, right? So you got canceled for that. So SNEAKO saying, my bad, I know I had to bring up Destiny here, but a little bit of trauma there. Just throwing that out there.
He's driving his car, and they're like, Sharamuta, they're cursing him out in Hebrew, like, he's like, I don't know what you're saying, I don't know. Like, the guy's literally pointing at his face, calling him a son of a whore. Yeah. So, like, you would think that, like, even him, of all people, who's, like, he's servicing these people now, this ideology, even they're like, this fucking faggot whore, like, get out of our country.
Yeah.
My bad. I
totally shameless.
No, when I went there though, I saw it. Like I was treated good because I was like with people that are high up, but I could see when I was in Jerusalem how they were treating other people like not good. There's guys with machine guns, the Muslims are pushed to a corner, the Christians and shit, they're treated that good. It was like they try to take you around and show me all the positive things. Yeah. But I could still, I'm not stupid. I could just still see things.
Now, I would take a lot of what they're saying with a grain of salt. I've never been to Israel, so you could take what I say with a grain of salt. But one thing I do know is that, a lot of Jews, I won't say a lot of them, but like I think it's a certain sect of Jews who are like super fundamentalists where they don't like Christians at all, right? But I don't say it's all of the Israelis out there that are spitting on you. If you go to Israel, you're not gonna get spit on. At least I don't think. So again, I don't know, but I don't think that's gonna be a normal experience. You going to Israel and getting spit on. But yes, there is a extreme section of the religion that does not like Christians or pretty much anything that doesn't follow the laws of Moses. That's just pretty much it, or at least to the actual T. Matter of fact, I don't even think they like the whole Jesus situation, right? Because they a lot of them. Because here's the thing: because the difference between Christians and Jews is Jews don't believe that Christ was God, right? They don't think he was like the Messiah in the sense of like a divine entity. Like maybe he came in and he was a preacher, a prophet, but like he wasn't really like a God. But the Christians, they believe that Jesus was God in human form, right? So that's the clash that you see there. It's just again religious stuff, right? It is what it is, right? But again, that's the main reason. So I don't know if you're going to be randomly spit on, but just know this is probably what you're going to be walking into.
Yeah, they're putting on a show, and anyway, but so Vance is pushing this new thing of like, oh, we support Israel because we're like Christian. Charlie Kirk does the same thing now. He recently got asked at one of the Q&A things, I think it was some girl came up and said, why do you support Israel so much? And he said, well, because it's a Christian holy land. And now they're trying to steer the Christian nationalist thing into a way to support Israel. And Vance has echoed a lot of those same sentiments.
Are people believing that?
Yeah, I think some people are. I think they find it more plausible than the other stuff. I think years ago we totally dominated because they just had no convincing answer. Yeah. And now that, ironically, now that another aspect of our rhetoric is winning, which is that Christ is king and this is a Christian country, they're kind of leveraging one aspect of what we support into supporting Israel and saying, and it doesn't really make sense, but I think that's probably more compelling than what they were saying before.
The pro-war stuff. Is that it?
So they're basically accusing the normal conservatives of using their talking points and grifting it into a pro-Israel stance. And the reason why, and honestly, bro, Nick Fuentes, you kind of just expose yourself, because when people on the normal conservative side are saying, hey, this guy using Christ as king, they're using it as a way to insult Christians or whatever, right? And now that you just admitted, hey, these guys are co-opting it to support Israel. That's not what we mean by that. So what did you mean by Christ is king? Did you really mean Christ is king? Or are you saying it because you want to piss off the Jews? And now that the right took your Christ is king and co-opted it and say, no, Jews, no, he wasn't, no. Trust me, Drew. Trust me, Jews. He wasn't talking about that. No, he definitely supports your. You guys are hypocrites. Oh my goodness, bro. So you just admitted that. Your whole again, because people were talking about this crisis green crap. It's like, bro, y'all knew what you all were doing with that, especially Candace Owens. She was the main one at the forefront of this shit. And people were saying, yo, that's anti-Semitism, right? And then she would say, no, what's wrong? What's wrong with saying Christ is king? Right? Don't act so oblivious, right? And because the thing is, when you're saying that, the Jews don't believe that in the sense of what they're trying to make it at, right? The king in terms of the kingdom of heaven. The Jews don't believe that because by saying that, you're saying that Jesus is God, and they don't think Jesus was God, right? That's, again, that is a big fundamental difference. So they're purposely pissing off the Jews, but then they turn around and say, oh, well, look, hey, no, we're just saying Christ is king. What? You guys are mad that we're saying Christ is king? So then the Jews got clever, and they're saying, okay, you know what? Let's just, let's do a marketing campaign here. We'll fund some people, and then we'll co-opt the Christ is king thing to be, pro-Israel. And now they're pissed off. So y'all exposing yourselves. That y'all really were insulting people with that.
What's your arguments that JD Vance has?
Yeah, he said it's missile defense, it's Christians, and then the other thing, it was really funny because if you read the transcript, he says something like, we're partnering with the Arab countries to do the Abraham Accords and expand that to Saudi Arabia. He goes, and this presents really great opportunities financially, militarily for Israel. He goes, and also for the United States, of course. But it was literally like he forgot.
People watching these politicians, they're not seeing it, they're crazy. They're pushing Israel first. And unfortunately, including Trump, we're both Trump supporters. And, I might vote for him, but I'm kind of on the fence right now. And
I might vote for him, but I'm kind of on the fence right now. And they're all agreeing with that. They're turning on Trump, right? Why? Is because he's not hard enough on the Jews. Yeah. Yeah, no. You gotta, fuck Israel. Yeah, they turn so quick. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna vote for Trump. Honestly, I don't know. Okay, hey, I agree with you. I think he's a clown too. It'd be their own people, right? Like, oh my goodness, right? I'm not sure. Again, but then a lot of these guys on the alt-right, they'll get pissed. Right, they'll get mad if like, oh, someone's voting for Kamala or someone's voting for independent or whatever the fuck it is, right? But like, when it's, oh, well, Trump is gonna save us. Even the right wingers don't believe that right now. They don't, right? And I don't know if it's warranted or like what it is, but it's like, it's just interesting hearing it from these guys. And these guys, you say 4 or 5 years ago, would be the most pro-Trump people you will ever meet on the face of the planet. You wouldn't believe it. Now look at this. Look how fast people switch up, huh?
It's obviously, I think he's better than Biden still, but can't we just throw a vote to a guy who's saying we need to do more for Israel than Biden's doing? It's a tough situation that I'm thinking about, but it's just, I would love to have a private conversation with him. It's not an easy thing to do.
Is Trump coming to Turning Point?
Yeah, he'll be here tomorrow.
Okay. What do you think he's going to be trying to push here?
He's going to be doing a stump speech. I mean, like, the sad thing about Trump is I don't think he's really pushing anything. I think.
Why does this look like a casting couch audition, bro? Like Nick Fuentes is auditioning for Blacked. That's what we're looking at. Why? Like, this is such a weird setting for an interview. Like, I don't even know what's happening here. Like, why this angle? Like, why in a 1-bedroom hotel? Like, we couldn't find a presidential suite, right? That has dining tables at least. Because, like, listen, sometimes when I want to treat myself and I travel, right? Just like I'm going to LA. We going to Rancho. Your boy gonna be in LA, right? Listen, sometimes I go to a hotel, I get a presidential suite. I don't know. It is what it is, right? Because you get a little bit of room, right? Depending on what hotel chain you're at. Like Hilton. I know there was a Hilton. Was it the DoubleTree or something like that? You get their top. Well, not a DoubleTree. It was something else, right? But it was a Hilton. You know how some of these hotels, they're Hilton brand, but then there's like a different name to it. I forgot what the name was, but I got the presidential shit. It was like like $500 a night. So we got that, and it came with a dining table, a big ass tub, and all this views and all that on like the what do you call it, the top floor. It was beautiful, and it got like a couple different rooms. It was so cool, right? You got 2 rooms, right? So you got one if you got like kids or whatnot, and then another one for the other one. It's basically like a mini apartment, essentially, right? That's what it was, but with like a hint of luxury. So again, you could easily do a show setup in one of those. $500 is nothing. Like that's not. Like, I don't like, why can't you, like, between y'all, like, SNEAKO, you could probably do that like that. Hell, I'll burn that in a couple of days. Like, again, like, I just don't understand why this particular setting. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if I was on the fence about, let's say I was a lefty, right? I was a far left liberal, right? And for those that I'm center, right? Center, right in the middle. And sometimes I may lean center right. Sometimes I may lean center left, right? It just depends on where I am. But usually I'm in that little middle spot right there, right? And I'm thinking, listen, why not just get a proper venue to have this conversation with and just, have it be good? Because now people are going to look at this and say, well, this is kind of sus because y'all supposed to bring conservatism back. SNEAKO, we knew you do some sus shit. You audition for some gay photography. We know my boy Nick Fuentes over there. He's over there watching gay porn. I mean, that's fantastic. We're bringing America back right off the back to the D, baby. And then we got that guy over there, the Jake Shields brother who just left. Okay, is he sus? I don't know. We'll find out. But again, it's just one of those things. Why this setting?
That. And this is sort of, I want to preface it by saying I love Trump. He's a good guy. Like, I think he's a legend, but this is not the same animal as 2016. If you go back in 2016, he was really sharp and like really quick. You would watch these interviews and he found a way to control the frame every time. People forget he went into Stephen Colbert's show. Stephen Colbert is like the arch liberal, and he's a pretty smart guy. He went to Northwestern. I know what you mean. He's like, he's a fucking idiot liberal, but he's an intelligent guy, and but Trump went in there. That's like a good example of extremely hostile interviewer and hostile territory. But he used to go on to CNN and Colbert and the late shows, and he would decimate these guys. He would control the frame. He was just really like a masterful kind of like, I don't know what you would call that, but rhetorician maybe. You look at him now, it's bad. Like, I don't know if you saw the Logan Paul interview.
It's become more normie in social media. Like, what do you think of the downside? Is it too low energy? What's
he's
wrong?
just like out to lunch. I mean, he's like not answering the questions. He just repeats himself. It's very monotonous and slow, low energy. It's nothing new. Even like the Dr. Phil interview was a total jerk off. You know, Dr. Phil basically said, "Tell me how great you are. You know, why aren't you running unopposed? Why are you so fucking awesome?" And it was just like,
bro, the hating ass energy these dudes got, bro. Like, I thought, see, again, conservatives, don't get it twisted, right? Especially between, when I say conservatives, okay, I'm actually talking about the alt-right. They're not united, bro. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, the election's in the bag." It's in the bag because they see a CNN poll right now where there's because it's kind of tricky with CNN. There's a bunch of, but they actually have Trump leading in like 3 categories, right? But again, it's just one of those things where, okay, fine, y'all are getting comfortable, but there's a subsection of right-wingers that don't like Trump. You guys are not as united as you think, bro. So again, it's just one of those things that it's an eye-opening phenomenon to see these guys who were 2016, they were pro-Trump the high hail, and now they're like, I don't know if I'm gonna vote for him. Yeah, he's not Jew hating enough, okay? Like, what's up with Israel? Like, that's crazy. Just the switch up, bro.
Round and around, Biden's the worst president ever.
Yeah.
You know, we closed down the greatest economy. You've heard all the greatest hits, and so
well, it's hard to be new and refreshing and exciting when you've been in the game for 8 years.
Not really. I mean, you know, the thing is, that might be a plausible excuse for him, but like Thomas Massey on the Tucker interview was really exciting and interesting and radical and America first. And I watched that, and he's not even good. He's like a libertarian. I don't even agree with him on most things. But I was amazing. Yeah, but I watched the interview. I'm like, this is a brilliant, interesting, fresh guy. Then I watched Trump, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really see the appeal. He's saying how much he wants more legal immigration. We're going to support Israel. We're going to cut the corporate tax rate. He's with a bunch of donors. This is the New York Times. He said,
"Oh, it's almost like what we've been saying about Trump was true. He follows a script just like every single president that came before him. He hasn't done anything new. I know in 2016, he says, I'm going to go into the White House and those guys aren't going to control me. Well, guess what? They controlled him. Okay. Everything he did was according to plan. Case in point, the whole situation going on in Ukraine right now. This nigga was president 2016 and on up. When Russia jacked Crimea, buddy, when you could have said something. You could have done something. When Russia was doing all its escalation and whatnot, y'all kept quiet. Daddy Trump didn't do anything. Matter of fact, didn't Daddy tell there was some kind of funding that he actually killed to go to Ukraine? He didn't want that going to Ukraine. So it's almost like we let that happen. But yet we come to the debate, we're talking about Ukraine and Russia, and all of a sudden he's going to be the one to stop it. You had a chance to stop it, buddy, and you didn't do it. We got a war now. Congratulations. You saw the escalation, and you were a pussy to do anything, yet people are coming around here saying, oh, no, he's going to save America. No, he's going to follow a script and be a good president, and then the next guy's going to come in, and they're going to follow a script, and they keep doing it till you Americans wake up. We're being had here. We're being bamboozled. Like, this is crazy. My man didn't do shit.
This is going to cut the corporate tax rate to 20%. And it's like, so let me get this straight. The big winners of Trump 2 are going to be the corporations that get the tax cut, because the tax cut that he passed expires in 25, which is when Trump
the
will be
regular people are
inaugurated.
the ones that need the tax cut, not the corporations.
Exactly. And, you know, make the tax cut contingent. Say to the corporations, if you buy and hire American, then we cut your taxes. Not we're going to cut your taxes and you ship the jobs from China to Mexico, which is what they're doing. They call it friend-shoring, which means they're going to move. And a lot.
Yeah, we said the same thing too. Like, so now the right, alt-right at least, these guys who are super gung-ho with Trump are now pointing out the things that we would point out. That's crazy. Y'all are now all of a sudden seeing the truth? Yes, my man is just a standard politician. He's got the rhetoric. And by the way, people got mad at me when I say he sounded like a regular person. But when by regular person, I mean like he doesn't sound like a polished politician, right? He doesn't sound like he you know how people like Roll Tomasi, where they try to sound like they're pseudo-intellectuals, right? They intentionally use big words, or they formulate things or package things in a way where it's just scripted and standardized, right? Trump doesn't do that. I'm not saying that he's like a normal person. No, that guy is beyond normal. But like he sounds like a guy that you walk down and you walking past a 7-Eleven and you're like, oh shit, what's up? Like you want some change or something? Like what's up? Like that's what he looks like. He sounds like, right? You could just have a conversation with him. But again, I don't mean like he's like just a regular person like you and me. No, he didn't. He's a draft dodger. It is what it is, bro. But let's continue.
The products are still going through China anyway, but it's the corporations are going to be the big winners. Israel's going to be the big winner. It's going to be immigrants, where they say, he said on Dr. Phil, we desperately need legal immigration. In the New York Times, he said, we're going to staple green cards to diplomas of foreign students.
Oh, no.
So what the fuck about us? Immigrants, corporations, and Israel. Those are the winners the first time. Those are going to be the winners the second time. So people just need a reality check. I love Trump. No one can critique my credentials on that. I've been a loyalist for years. We have to be very honest about what we're getting here, and it's not America first.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to criticize Trump, but I'm glad you're doing it. It's something I started doing a few months ago, and I just think we can't give him a free pass. I still might vote for him, but he doesn't just automatically guarantee deserve our vote when he's not. If this is like I said, what he's running on, what is he offering America?
Exactly.
Not much.
Don't you think the Make America Great Again movement is almost bigger than Trump itself? It's like his supporters are all anti-vax, and he was one of the biggest proponents of shilling the vaccine.
Look at this clown. Look at this clown. He says Duke STFU Ukraine Crimea situation was 2014 and 2017 is when Trump came to power. 2020 is when. No, that's not what I'm saying, right? Maybe I misspoke, but I'm saying that in 2016 or 2014 when it happened, and then when Duke got elected in 2016, 2017, why didn't he do nothing? That's what I meant. Because if I came to power and I'm supposed to be the tough guy, and I'm supposed to be the guy that says, hey, no other nation is fucking with anybody else as long as I'm in power. Hey, Russia, you have to back that ass up. Pause. Get out of. Hey, listen, we'll restore. Why didn't he swing his big presidential fucking stick out there? He didn't do that. Instead, he followed a script, or at least some kind of punishment. Right? Nothing. So I'm not saying that he was responsible for the Russia-Ukraine thing. No, obviously the timeline doesn't match up. What I meant was it was a couple years after the rhetoric, or at least some kind of tough action to prove that, hey, no further aggression on Ukraine will be tolerated by the United States, right? He didn't do that. Instead, it was like soft patty cake type of shit. Warning, maybe some sanctions here. It is what it is. You can sanction Russia here, there. It doesn't matter. Sanctions don't even affect them anymore. It doesn't matter. Sanction is becoming a useless Western tool. That's what it is now, right? So, okay, we didn't do anything serious. Now, fast forward, Biden gets in. Like, again, we're following a script. Russia's like, okay, we're going to do 4. We're going to do more. We're going to keep doing more. We're going to go all the way to the Dnieper River. That's what we're doing, right? Because the U.S. has been timid in response, and it's been timid in response even through Biden. So, again, it's one of those things where they set a precedent. It's the precedent I'm talking about. It's not the timeline. It's the precedent that these guys set. And the right wing, or at least not the right wing, these guys agree with me. Even though we are not even on the same level. They agree. Like, bro could have done more, but didn't do more. You can't be the nationwide or universal, global-wide tough guy, and you follow a script. You get control from behind the chair.
It's like I've been realizing that the MAGA movement is like people who love America. Mm-hmm. That's why you still say you love Trump. That's why I love Trump. Like, I disagree with, like, the Zionism issue is like one of the really glaring flaw. And most of his supporters that treat him like a messiah, these people literally think he's a god. Yeah. They pray to Trump, and they are all brainwashed about Israel because Trump's brainwashed about Israel. But even then, his movement, which is gonna, I think you're probably gonna carry the torch, and it's probably gonna continue even after he, whatever happens in this election, if he goes to jail or whatever, that movement is gonna continue because you could tell he actually loves his country, unlike the other candidates. So even though we may disagree on a lot of things, it's important to focus on the fact that we want to put America first, which is why he gained so much support in the first place in 2015.
But I would say he's putting too much special interest first at the moment, though. Like, he's not actually. I think he does love the country, but I think maybe he needs the money, or he's scared of the legal cases. He's just.
Oh wow! Oh, Trump putting money up first. Whoa! Yo, chat again. The reason why I'm so shocked, because if this is what the Myron's new conservative podcast is gonna look like or resemble, because again, we got 2 out of the other 2 hosts that are gonna be there. We got SNEAKO, who's gonna be taking over for Fresh, and then we got Nick Fuentes, who's another guest or main speaker, right? I don't know if Jake Shields is gonna be part of it, but then we got the other Schaefer guy that's gonna be in there, right? But again, Just listen to how they're talking, right? He's saying that corporations bought Trump, which is true, like to a certain extent, right? They're all bought and paid for. That's why when I look at this politics in the landscape and people say, oh no, vote for Trump, he's going to save us. Vote for Kamala, they're both bought. So, I mean, yeah, you can vote for what your lesser two evils are. That's completely up to you, right? But I just find it strange that these guys just a couple years ago would be on that Trump dick and wouldn't ride off. Like they will be riding that thing till kingdom come. Then now, fast forward 2024, right before election, they're like, I don't know. And even now, even after the Trump, not Biden, Trump Kamala debate, even a lot of conservatives saying, well, listen, I don't think Trump lost the debate, but his energy wasn't as high, right? And, you know, I get it. I get it. It is what it is, right? So there's a lot of things going on, but it's just one of those things that they are noticing something, okay? And I don't know. When y'all think that the right is united, they are not united. And I don't think the left is either, but to be fair, I think they're all just like, they don't give a fuck. It's like, to them, it's like Trump versus Hillary again. It's like the lesser of two evils type shit. That's the mentality on some of the people on the far left, right? There's like, hey, listen, lesser two evils, right? Let's do it. I mean, some of them are calling out Kamala, right? They say, hey, I think she's weird, whatever it is, but I ain't voting for Trump. And that's fair, right? It is what it is, but it's just so funny to see all of this on display.
It's not offering anything new for the American people. I still think he's better than Biden, don't get me wrong, but he's just, like, what is he offering the American people right now?
Not much. I can't, like, when you ask that question, nothing comes to mind.
I hate to have these talks too, because, you know, I've been a big Trump. I mean, I lost a little respect during the COVID lockdowns. I was strongly against the first 2 weeks even. I know it was popular and he kind of had to, but that's when I first started questioning him. And it's unfortunate, and I hope he, like, you know, gives a little bit, but right now I'm not that happy with him.
Yeah, well, and, you know, there's something interesting going on. It's like, have you noticed that the media, they're not pro-Trump, but they don't even seem to be fazed about the prospect that he'll be president.
That is excellent. I think I saw you say that. And I really went, wow, they're not bashing.
They used to be.
That's the tell.
But why aren't they bashing like they used to? That should really make you think they don't care anymore. They don't.
I don't know, bro. They kind of did boy dirty in the debate. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I had to go back and rewatch that. I'm like, okay, I see some biases here. All right, and even that woman who was the moderator, she was the one that main one calling him a racist. So it's like, imagine someone who called you a racist is a news pundit, and she's gonna be moderating your debate. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Anymore
because they know that it's not going to be that bad. In 16, and I said this to a buddy of mine, in 16, it really was like a terrifying phenomenon, Trump. And I say this even as a supporter, and I don't mean terrifying so much in a negative way, but he had this X factor, like this unstoppable momentum. It felt like we were really dealing with like this raw force, like it's almost like Frankenstein's monster, like I don't even know if we could control this or stop it if we wanted to. And that's because there was something very unique. He said, I personally am going to control the executive branch. Because we all know the president isn't really in charge. Everybody knows that. Yeah. And Trump said, no, I am going to be in charge. I am going to use this office. He said in the first speech, I'm going to literally take this country and make it great again. And, you look at some of the rhetoric and some of the propaganda that came out. There was like that famous video of like Trump in a mech suit, like blowing up planet Earth. It was like this dreadful phenomenon, but dreadful in a good way. This so like, fun. Yo, yeah,
it's not there anymore.
This proud and terrible king, like going for the earth.
My whole high school was quiet.
Wow. Yeah. It's almost like you realize that politicians are liars. Yeah. Even the ones that say they're telling the truth, they're lying. Yeah. I'm gonna grab America by its balls and jiggle it. Pause. No, bro, he wasn't going to do that. He didn't have the power. I don't think you guys understand how powerless presidents are. And that's why it's like you guys realizing that, or at least on some level knowing the truth, it's kind of cringe when y'all are just going gung-ho for these presidential candidates. With the knowledge y'all have right now, if you really wanted to, and I don't want to say anything that, against the FBI or Homeland Security, you're like banging down my doors or something like that. But if you guys really already know the truth, I mean, why not just, tell it as it is? Why even just play this charade of, let's vote for this guy or vote for that guy? Why don't we just start spreading the real message? Oh, that's right. Because it's scary. It's really scary to promote the real shit because then no one wants to end up like Julian Assange. I mean, look what they did to him. They almost got him. Oh my goodness. Oh, they did got him. They did get him, right? Edward Snowden, right? They don't want to end up like these guys. Or who's that guy of who randomly got picked up in France? He was the CEO of not the Telegram or Telegraph. No, Telegram, right? CEO of that got booked the moment he landed in France. Okay, so these are people who literally either own platforms that are exposing certain things that certain governments don't like, or they're outwardly saying or outwardly themselves exposing things that certain governments and certain peoples don't like. And you can see the real treatment between people who really speak the truth and how they get treated and how the government comes down on them. And then these fucking weirdos who fucking go ahead and say these spew this racist bullshit, and then they get canceled, and all of a sudden they're crying about it on a different private platform. Some of these guys get locked up. They get picked up by guys with guns and no badges randomly. That's what happens when you really fight for free speech. But these guys don't do that. They just sit here and LARP. It's all a big LARPing game. That's what these guys are doing. So they're not freedom fighters. They're just fighting for the freedom to be racist, bro.
I went to a liberal boarding school.
Same, yeah.
They brought us therapy dogs.
It was great.
They canceled class.
I was laughing. Like I remember he did he was doing a rally. I think it was like in San Jose or something. They blocked the traffic. He just gets out of his thing and starts walking across the street. He was just so bad.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like
yeah.
He just walked there with a Secret Service out there blocking him. He's just like he was unstoppable at that moment. I'm like, that's when I saw him. Like this guy's gonna win. When I saw that,
he was like the Death Star.
Good. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. He got out and just started walking. Why didn't we do that? I'm like, this guy's gonna win. He is so determined.
I saw Trump walking. Oh my God, is there something about the way he walked? I just knew he was going to be a winner. No, that means you're just bad at choosing presidents. You look at his walk. Look at any big guy has a confident walk. Like y'all see me how I walk. I'm a different guy. Like again, people got different walks. It is what it is, right? So it's like, I just saw his confident walk, and I just knew he was going to win. I can confidently walk out on stage right now and look and act like I know what I'm talking about. Hey, there's a diagram on medicine. Let me just go ahead. Doesn't mean I know shit. Okay, so anybody can have a confident walk. Okay, it doesn't mean they actually know what they're talking about. Oh, by the way, confidence. All right, confident, short for con man. Okay, at least con man is you know what I mean, right? So again, I mean, someone can have a walk, but it is what it is. That's not an indicator that they're going to be a good president or not, and it shows because you guys are complaining about him right now. You're the very same one complaining about him. That's very interesting.
That's when I kind of first started slowly following politics. I'm like, this is just fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun anymore.
Well, and now, I mean, in the media back then, they were legitimately terrified. They're like, Trump is going to turn this into a dictatorship. He's going to deport all the illegals. Now they don't give a shit. Now the thing that they care about is Project 2025.
You know why they don't give a shit, right? The reason why I don't give a shit, it's like when you do so much drugs and you build up a tolerance to it, and all of a sudden you're like, ugh. Whatever. I guess I need a little bit more than that to really feel it, right? That's essentially what the media is. After 2016 and Trump election, literally it was a Trump mania craze phase, like almost throughout his entire presidency, almost, right? Like everything was breaking news. Like, and then when people were just like, oh my God, there's so much, right? Because and then the advent of COVID was starting to pop up too around that time. We were getting inundated with so much bullshit, not only about Trump, but all this stuff, Operation Warp Speed, right? Like, at the end of the day, people got fatigued. It's like, oh my God, I built up such a tolerance, like, I don't even care anymore. Like, shit, I got to pay my bills. That's what most Americans are thinking right now, okay? When they go to the grocery store, their local grocery store, and they buy 3 items, and all of a sudden it's $100, okay? Meanwhile, last year, it was $50 or $30 or $40, or what do you call it, $20 the previous year, okay? Americans, they immediately stop worrying about what's going on out there and start trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to live? Right? How am I going to pay rent? How am I going to do all these things? So it's a very basic thing. Americans they don't really care anymore in terms of, are we going to do another 4 years of Trump mania? They don't care, bro. There's actually real problems. I won't say real problems now because there's always been these real problems, but the problems that have always been there are seriously now impacting Americans. Your average Americans, they're getting squeezed. Inflation is off the fucking wahoo over here. We got fucking endless wars happening in all these other places. And then we got a migrant crisis. There's so much things happening. Americans are numb. So another media headline about Trump, they're looking at it like, okay, what's next? That's it. See, this is the consequences of bad media, right? Now people don't really, whatever. We don't care. We don't care. I mean, obviously there's some section that do, but the overall general, public, like, bro, we got bills to pay, bro. Okay, debate's nice. Okay, now we're gonna go back to paying our bills. That's America now. So again, y'all keep pushing until there's almost no more middle class. Because you guys notice we're getting squeezed. The middle class people, we're getting squeezed. Okay, not these fake high value people you see online. Middle class people are getting squeezed. Like vast majority of people in middle class, whether they're lower middle class or upper middle class, right? The middle class it's slowly shrinking, right? Like $100,000, right? I mean, in Wisconsin now, it's good money, right? I go to New York, it's nothing. Hell, I'll be spending half my rent on rent in New York instead of literally 1%, right? That again, or not, 10%, right? Again, it's crazy. Like people got to understand, the world is not looking good. So we talking about this. No one's gonna fix the problem. I don't know where we're gonna go with here, but y'all just now realizing that this is an issue. It's not. It's surprising to most people, but it's really not shocking, bro, because they know the truth about this. They all know the truth.
Which is the Heritage Foundation's thing, where they're going to recruit radical, young, right-wing people to fill up the administration. And the reason they're after Project 2025 is because they know, like I do and like everybody does, that Trump getting in almost doesn't even matter. What matters is who he's going to hire, because the people he hires, they are going to make the difference. And if Trump hires Lindsey Graham and Nikki Haley and Tim Scott, they know they got nothing to worry about. But if Trump hires a bunch of radical young white guys who are going to deliver the revolution, that's the thing they're concerned about. And that's
a bunch of radical white guys getting ready to deliver the revolution. The fuck are you talking about? Hey, I see you why they put you on a list somewhere, bro. I'm being real. What do you mean by that? A bunch of radical white guys, bringing the country. Is that what you expected out of Trump this year? I don't think you're getting that out of Trump. Trump has been bought by the establishment. I don't know. I'm telling y'all right now, okay? Y'all might still think he's president. It is what it is, but don't expect anything different, okay? He's been bought. It is what it is, right? Y'all might hate me saying this. I know. It sounds crazy, but it's just what I think they're feeling it too, right? All of a sudden, they're mentioning the corporations funding these guys. I mean, what do you mean by white guys rising up, though, to take the country back? So oh, my goodness, bro. Nick Fuentes, you're Mexican and Italian, bro. You're not white. Shut up.
the thing they're talking about.
Lindsey Graham was the one kissing the wall and she was writing names on the missiles?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Nikki Haley.
Oh, Nikki Haley?
But Lindsey Graham is just as bad, though.
He's a gay guy.
Okay.
He's a man from South Carolina. But I think he did the same thing.
He might have done it too. And Nikki Haley did, yeah. He might have done that too. He's awful. He's major war hungry. Particularly Israel, but all wars. He's pushed every single war we've done. He constantly wants to go to war. He's one of the worst politicians.
So what else can we expect from Turning Point? Is there anything new? Is there anything is there any reason that people are here?
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham's the gay guy. Is that what he said? I just realized that. Whoa. That says the guy watching gay porn over here. Really? Really? Oh, Jake Shields. You're gonna back that up too? Okay, Jake. Jake, I got one question though, bro. I get you guys are anti-gay and whatnot, and we got to bring America back. All right, we're strong boys will be boys, conservative. Okay, to dig their hands into the bowels, okay, of America and swish it around a little bit and pull out. Okay, pull out. That's what we got to do for America. Okay, that's why we got to do this. Okay. Listen. Speaking of pulling out, hey, Jake, what is this, bro? Can you explain what this is? Oh no. Boys will be boys. Am I right? Hey, listen. Boys will be boys. Hey, Myron. Hey, boys will be boys, right? These are the dudes. We the first one to say, hey, these gays, Okay, hey, Lindsey Graham, that guy's gay for sure. Obviously, probably gay for pay. We don't know. Everybody's gay, but we're gonna bring conservative back, baby. We are pulling out for America. That's right. We're digging in and pulling out. We're all doing it. All the boys either come together, wrap your hands in each other's waist, and pull out. That's the motto with these niggas. Like, I mean, come on. It's like every single one of these guys. It's like the more they go into this anti-LGBTQ or anti-such shit, the more you dig, the more you find, actually. You start to realize, oh, I'm sorry, this isn't masculine. I'm sorry, I've never sat on another guy's lap and caressed his ears with my mouth. Like, I mean, who does that and wants to? This is the guy that's going to save America. Chat, listen, I'm going to have to say this. I am, I'm interested to see what the future is going to hold. All right, these guys are the leaders of conservatism, okay? They are going to lead us to the conservative promised land where America can finally get back to its roots, where men used to be men, right? I mean, look, men being men. I mean, there's no better example than that. These guys, they're the biggest hypocrites ever. Like, again, listen, when you dig enough into somebody's past, you tend to find shit, right? And you find this here. So it's crazy when you look down deep and you say, oh, you were anti-LGBTQ and you're doing this. I mean, some guys on the right might say it's sus. And by the way, he's actually getting clowned for this. It's actually not. He's getting clowned. There was even a tweet he put out there saying, "Hey, I'm not gay. Stop calling me gay." He put that out there because, like, people were like, hey, yo, hey, Jake Shields, what's up? And then the other thing is they're finding out that Jake Shields isn't fully white. So apparently he's not being accepted by the group that these guys are caping for. Are you guys noticing a trend? Like, do you see this? Like, most of these people who start going into all these other things, they have a certain pattern they follow. Just saying. But let's continue, Jake. I want to see where this is going. That's not really sus. But, like, I mean, you get a massage, whatever. I'm just saying the strip club, though, the gay strip club, that's I mean, I'm saying, listen, I'm a liberal guy. I don't give a fuck, right? I mean, most liberal guys don't give a fuck. Your sexuality is your sexuality. And if anything, we'll fight to defend it, right? But the funny thing is, you guys are caping for groups. They don't give a fuck about your sexuality, right? And if they had the choice, they don't want you to even be anywhere near their spaces. So it's funny how you're going to have photos of you in, like, gay strip clubs, bro, and then come out here and start, clowning gay people and gay political candidates and shit like that. It's like, just come out of the closet already. What the fuck? Hell no. My boy is sitting on another man's lap while he about to dig his tongue right up in his ear, bruh. Chat, you know what this is? You know what moment this is?
Butt ass.
It's always these niggas. It's always these niggas, bro. Look at them. I mean, okay, maybe I'm wrong, Jack. Maybe I don't know what masculinity means anymore. Okay, maybe not. But my idea of, like, a masculine man is definitely not sitting on another man's lap. How many of you guys agree? Maybe not. Maybe I might be wrong, right? At least according to these guys, right? I'm just saying, I'm a man. You will never catch me dead sitting on somebody else's lap while they about to do this. That's crazy, right? Again, Jake, the snake. What is this? Again, sometimes it just takes just somebody just look into it and say, oh, so this would be on, bro. That's interesting. So let's get back to that wonderful conversation they've been having.
I think that, well, one, they're paying people to be here. They're like paying, they fly people out here, they put them up in a hotel. And, Turning Point is the #1 campus group in the country. They do have the most chapters. So people come here to network, they come to drink, they come to socialize. But the triumph of America First is that even though I'm not in, my ideas are. Right. Because I walk in and everybody greets me like, wow, that's Nick Fuentes.
It's the elephant in the room. It's clear.
Yeah.
Like, everyone, when I was walking around inside Turning Point, they were all like, they was all goipers, like, coming up to me. I would say it was like 50%. Actually, I forgot that wasn't your event. Because it was like, I swear to God, wallahi, it was like 50% Goibers in there.
Yeah, so they can remove me, but they can't remove the influence. And the thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm a guy who's actually pushing a compelling, inspirational idea. Like, they're...
What? That Stalin is not a bad guy? That's compelling and inspirational? What actual inspirational and compelling ideas are you putting out there? Huh? That they don't, Hitler's not so bad. As a matter of fact, Hitler did the Lord's work. Is that inspirational? Is that what you think? You're getting canceled for a specific reason. You're glorifying mass murderers, dude. You need help. Shout out to Mudib with the 2 says, Duke, the song is copyrighted. CR the Claude Sandstorm. Yeah, no, I know. This stream is not being monetized at all. The moment we played that Uncle Ruckus, it was a wrap for the stream. It was a wrap for the stream. But you know what? We don't care. Like unlike some people, it's not my full-time job. This ain't a business for me. It's YouTube. It's a part-time gig. Meaning, if whatever YouTube pays out, I'm just like whatever. Let my daughter have it, right? Because I have a job. They can talk about YouTube's a business. You're a fucking broke. It just means you don't have a job outside for YouTube while your girl over here driving for Uber Eats. Stop playing with me, boy. You're about to expose your entire life. Oh, but let's continue, bro. But yeah, I don't care if it's copyright. Like, listen, y'all see majority of my videos because I don't give a fuck about the money here. Some of them get like some of the intros that I do with the edits and whatnot. I know some of them get copyrighted, right? As long as not the copyright that's gonna like lead to a strike, it usually just means that the video is not gonna get ads on it. I don't care, right? I'm not here for the money. It's never been my thing. I'm just here to stream, bro. Some people claim they're not about that, but then they doing subscriber only modes and then begging for likes on stream. That's crazy to me, but I don't care, bro. So this is copyrighted. Let us stay copyrighted. It's funny. This shit is hilarious to me.
Not. Nobody is like a Charlie Kirk fan. Charlie Kirk doesn't have fans that are like, socialism sucks. Like, no one's doing that because socialism isn't the problem, and like capitalism isn't the rallying cry. And now that he's kind of like adopted half-heartedly some of our rhetoric, people can see that for the cynical play that it is. He goes where the wind is blowing.
They're taking some of your, like, before they're pushing like that, remember that gay dude with the guitar, like,
yes,
on stage?
Yes.
Now they're pushing like that stuff, like trannies for a minute. It was like, that's not conservative.
Right.
Whoa! Oh, whoa! Jake the Snake in the male strip club. They're pushing all this trans stuff, and that's not conservative. I'm sorry, and this is? Look at this. Look, a real conservative man right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Real conservative right here. Hi. That's not conservative. I don't like the agenda they're pushing. I don't like it. Hi. I like the balls on this guy. Right? Like, look what they're saying. It's not real conservative.
So they came my way a little bit, and
they're gonna have to keep pushing that way, and I think they realize it. Like I said, a private talk with one of those guys. I think they're scared.
Yeah,
I can see it. They're like, that's why they didn't want you in there.
Total. Well, that's why Candace Owens did her thing, and they're chanting "Christ is King."
Yeah,
and it's like we've been chanting "Christ is King" in my thing for years. So they're like, well, now we want to do a "Christ is King" chant, and so they see the energy is with us, has been with us for years, and now they want a little piece of that. So they're trying to incorporate as much as possible without upsetting the donors that put up the money.
Or maybe it's just Mossad. Yeah, how about just Mossad co-opting your Christ is King insult that you said it wasn't an insult, but now they co-opted and now they're using it for a positive thing. Now all of a sudden it's your thing. Yeah, no. Well, maybe it's Mossad. Mossad probably did that. They're probably responsible. I mean, you know how crafty they are. I mean, come on, look at that, right? I mean, think about it. These guys are just insane. Again, when people are saying, and this is people on the other side of it too, by the way, and I don't have a particular stance on the Christ is King thing. I generally don't care, okay? Let's talk about geopolitics. How about that, right? But Christ is King, right, I get it, right? But you can't deny there's a certain sentiment that Nick Fuentes means when he says that and when he promotes that, especially when he's trolling people who are Jewish, right? Especially when him, Candace Owens, and all the other guys do it. And then did Candace Owens have a debate with Rabbi Shmuley about this? Christ is King stuff, or maybe they didn't, maybe it was a topic they brought it up or something, right? But again, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, you guys knew what you meant by that. The Jews knew what you meant by that, but y'all played dumb. Y'all acting like, oh, Whoa! We can't say Christ is king now? Oh, you guys are taking this an insult? And then Mossad comes in and says, hey, you know what? We'll co-opt that, and then we'll make it a Jewish thing. Oh, my God. You see how they're stealing our things? How dare they? I mean, come on. Y'all knew what you were doing from the get-go. I'm telling you, these conservative dudes, bro, these alt-right are crafty as fuck. You got to watch them. You wouldn't believe this.
But that will never work because you can't. That's why America First is such a great slogan. Because two countries can't occupy that slot. It's either Israel or America, and they're Israel first. So
it's a good turnout.
This nigga said, "I'm confused. Duke doesn't like Candace either." What? I don't like Candace Owens at all. Why would I like a woman that victim shamed a victim of Andrew Tate while protecting the predator? I'm sorry, Candace Owens I can't do it. I can't do it. Just off of that alone. Yeah, with Candace Owens, I'm a single issue voter. How about that? I'm a single issue voter. If you're out here victim shaming people that got fucking trafficked by your buddy Andrew Tate, who's a rich and powerful guy with media connections, I'm not gonna like you. Matter of fact, go watch my videos. I clown Candace Owens on a regular. I actually do. I have videos of her being clowned by me. So if you didn't know by now, yeah, I don't like her. So hope it's not a confusion. I don't like Candace Owens. I never did.
So far, there's a lot of people here. I met Dr. Lucas. I know Lucas Gage has been so excited about coming. Well, he's been hyped up about this like it's Coachella for like 6 months.
Oh yeah.
He's in nonstop tweeting. Who else is here? Suleiman is here.
Said he's probably flying in tomorrow.
We'll see. It's maybe I was pretty uncertain about it. I was just in Minneapolis yesterday. I thought, you know what? It's,
I thought you weren't coming. It came up like late last night.
Yeah, I was let me just grow a pair and show up here.
Might as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. It's good.
I think it's an important movement to bring people together and make alliances. And some people will like try to divide me. Well, you just about Nick over that, and I'm like, it's the smallest thing. I'm worried about. We agree on the big stuff. If we have small stuff, we can have private conversations about.
You're worried about the big stuff, yet the big stuff you're worried about is gays and Trump not being hard on Israel enough. You guys are just, this is LARPing. You guys think you're going to do something with this. You're not going to do anything with this. Okay. I don't even think you're going to save conservatism with this one. I think if you're going to continue on with your ideas, with your little group here, you're actually going to break or split the conservative party, right? Or I don't even know if you guys are united or not. What would you even call these guys and their brand of it? I don't know. But like you can unite what you want to unite together. I guess you, Candace, Tucker Carlson, who are the other guys? Dave Rubin, who was at Tim Pool. Who are these other guys? You can literally name them off, right? I guess you guys can all come together and build your little platform and whatnot. But at the end of the day, bro, y'all are bought. That is what it is. Y'all are bought. You're not saving nothing, because we're looking at how your podcast is laid out right now, and it seems like y'all are more destructive than constructive. That is what it is. 1 minute you like Trump, the next minute you hate him. All right, so it's only interesting to see where this style goes from there. I just hope you lose the 1-bedroom hotel, because I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea to be interviewing in hotel rooms, because that's kind of weird. But again, that's basically it, chat. So we got a taste of what the podcast that Myron is cooking up is gonna look like. All right, we got SNEAKO, Nick Fuentes. We're just missing Myron, but they're gonna come together. They're gonna put these podcasts together, and they're gonna do the thing and make it all happy and conservative, and they're gonna bring America back to what it is. What do you guys think? Do you think they're actually gonna do it? I personally think this is just another LARP to get more money from right wingers who think that current right wingers are not extreme enough, so they're gonna go to these alt platforms who are gonna say the more extreme rhetoric. The only thing I say to that is y'all are not different from a lot of these far lefties that hate the Jews too. Y'all are it's rather the same boat. Y'all just work together. If y'all reaching across the aisle, why don't you just reach around and grab their balls? So I mean, all three of y'all are used to grabbing balls at this point. Pause. I mean, I'm not lying. It's the truth. We got paperwork on every single one of them. It's crazy, bro. But chat, y'all let me know what you think today about this. I think it's ridiculous. Do you think the podcast that Myron is cooking up is going to be a success? Put a 1 if you think it is. Put a 2 if it's not. I personally think it's going to be a 1. I think it's going to be a 1 because do not underestimate how like a lot of people are feeling about Trump right now. So it may be a 1 for me. It may be a 2 for you. We don't know. But one thing I do want to make sure is definitely don't miss the next show coming up because we got to fry some losers. It's going to be crazy like you wouldn't believe. Okay. Just before they say, what is that one thing they like to say? Oh, how dare you? How dare you?
Copy my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar! You're a victim. You're a victim.
Oh my God! How dare you? Hey, listen, don't cry, victim. Once you get roasted, bro. Like, this shit about to get crazy. But hey, listen, salute to y'all in the chat. Don't forget the show tomorrow. It's about to be wonderful, bro. We about to put some niggas to bed, no Diddy, all right? And then we're gonna pack their channel up and smoke that bitch. All right, hey, you fucking with the wrong one, my nigga. I hope you know that, bro. We gonna find out, all right, chat? I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Oh shit! Oh my God! I totally forgot a video that we had to play, chat.
But ass.
Ruckus, no relation. I want to sing y'all a brand new song I just wrote called Don't Trust Them New Niggas Over There. Sing along if you know the words. Don't trust them new niggas over there. Leaving they nigga essence in the air. On the trigger, don't trust them new niggas over there. Don't trust them big nostrils over yonder. They suck up so much air, it'll make you wonder. Don't trust them new niggas with their spotty little nigga figures. Don't trust them new niggas over there.